In this edition of Building the Future, we're looking at some of the high-tech kit that goes into the new Volvo Ocean 65. I'm with Nick Bice, who's overseeing the assembly and handover phase. The big bits are all built, so now it's a case of fitting them out with the smaller components, like these rudders. It's pretty cool the way they build these, isn't it? Man, that's where the strength is, isn't it?
It certainly is.
And then that
goes
over the top, like that. And then obviously you've got this little recess here.
It holds it together.
Yeah.
Plus also that makes some pretty good protection if you do happen to hit something.
Well, today I feel as though I'm really at the epicenter of the Volvo Ocean race. Here at Green Marine, we now have 3 VO65s that'll be used in the next edition of the race. And it's really interesting because each one's at a different stage of assembly. This is boat 1 behind me, and I've been with this boat since September of last year. I've been fortunate to be there for most of the key build stages. It's looking great, and we'll come back a little bit later on for a look around because I'm meeting the team from B&G. We're going to talk about the electrical systems, and at the same time I'll be helping the guys from Livewire to set up some of the media systems. So finally, something that I understand. But first, let's check up on the production line. So this is hull 3, right?
Hull 3.
Yeah. The thing that amazes me about these boats is there's so much structure in them compared to a 70.
I mean, standing from this angle, it actually gives you the perfect view of how it's actually all put together and the strength that's going to be involved in these boats. And in this instance, strength is good.
I think it's going to change the way they sail them, isn't it? What I'm seeing here in the bow, I'm seeing an extra watertight bulkhead from before, and I'm seeing extra longitudinals out the side.
Correct.
And I'm seeing 1 extra ring frame, right?
That's right.
And that's before we've even got to the main bulkhead, right?
Even got to the main bulkhead.
So right, so this is the SCA boat, right? I mean, how do you think they're going to go? It's eight men on a men's boat, isn't it?
Correct.
11 women plus the OBR on a women's boat, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think they'll go all right, won't they?
Absolutely. I mean, the boats themselves, that's the safety net. And the training that these girls are doing, I've been out there myself and witnessed it, and the actual training about the systems on board and how everything works.
Yeah.
It's fair to say they're going to be a lot more qualified to sail these boats than anyone.
So what do you reckon? Is this a good look for me?
You're still a little bit too short.
So, right now we're on the foredeck of boat 1. Not going to lie to you, Nick, I do feel a sense of ownership with this boat because I've been there, every step of the way.
Well, you've followed it every step of the way, but
Yep.
It's certainly not your boat.
Can't afford it.
Tight squeeze, Rick.
She's tight up here. Alrighty. So this is now we get a real close-up view of all the extra structure, right?
Yeah, exactly. So this area here does see an extreme amount of load, as I was saying. And you can see where it's split and it comes down and sits on top of these longitudinals.
Yeah.
So that helps spread the load as well. And then obviously we've got a few sail controls with the hydraulics. And as we said, the business end.
Yeah, exactly. So I was wondering if you would be able to go up and talk to Connell for me, get a little bit of an overview from the Green Marine's perspective. But
Absolutely.
Sweet.
I'll go find him now.
While Nick's looking for Connell, I'm going to see another key area of these boats. It's one that I've been involved with from the start. Now we're in my specialist area, the media station. And I'm with Tristan Wood from Livewire Digital Systems, and we're sitting at the updated workstation where the OBRs will get to do their writing, editing and transmitting in the next race. In many ways, these boats have been designed with media and communications in mind. It's all about connecting the sailor to the fan. Telling the story of the race is one of our most exciting challenges. So in a way, it'd be safe to say that your job, using the Inmarsat and the Cobham system, is to get the stories off the boat.
First area is obviously getting the story back in terms of the media. Other aspects are things like telemetry, what the boat is doing. And also in this future race, we're hoping that biometrics will also be coming back. Biometrics will be all about what's happening to the sailors. So we've got two areas we're trying to hit with that. One is actually linking up the sailor with all the kind of media system and all the satellite communication structure so we can get their individual story back. It's like closing that link between what is essentially technology and people.
The feeling I'm getting is that in the previous two races, your job was very much connecting the boat to race control in Alicante. And I feel like you've taken it one step further now and you're connecting race control in Alicante to the actual sailor.
Absolutely right. In essence, with a small compact camera like this, you can mount it in a whole range of places. The use of the iPhone or the iPad, and you can then deliver video. You can see what the camera's shooting, you can capture it onto the iPad, encode it and transmit it back to the race office. So that's a story directly from either a crew member, of course the OBR.
Wow, that's amazing. There's also a really exciting piece of new kit up on deck. So this is the companionway camera that we've been talking about. Right now it's at preset 1, and in this position it'll be perfect for giving interviews in the pit. The people will be able to stand here, be able to duck the waves coming like that. It should be very dynamic. I'm going to go to the trimming station now. So this is where the trimmers will be. A bit more exposed, there'll probably be some water coming in like this. Great view of them, they'll be able to talk to the camera, describe what they're doing, explain what's happening. Maybe see other boats underneath the jib, see the crew behind them. Should be good stuff. Let's go check out the helm station. So now at the helm station, and from where I'm standing, I can tell that these boats are going to be really physical. And with a smaller crew for the next edition of the race, they're going to really have their work cut out. But it's not all about brawn. You'll also need brains to win this race. And like everything else these days, technology and access to instant information will be a key factor. Analysing and understanding performance data will set you apart from the other teams. But, like all good One Design boats, the teams will have exactly the same technology package. So, in an effort to try and understand a little bit better, I'm just going to head down with this box of parts to meet Mike Sugden from B&G, and hopefully he can give me a little bit of an explanation. So we talk about this data. What is it? What are the key things that a navigator needs?
Well, there's four key pieces of information that they all need to know. We need to know how strong the wind is and where it's coming from. We need to know how quick the boat is going, and we also need to know which way the boat is heading. From those four pieces of information, we can then calculate everything else to give us all our optimum data. We can then start adding in all the performance-related features. We can then integrate into weather systems, integrate into mapping, and really start to get down to that nitty-gritty level which these navigators love and boats enjoy, and getting the best performance out of these boats.
Well, that's fascinating stuff. So why don't we find out how Nick's been getting on with Green Marine's Connell Diano.
Could you tell us a little bit more about how you feel as you prepare for the handover?
Yeah, it's like you say, it's been a long journey, and there's been a lot of work gone into developing all the specification, and seeing those details come to fruition at the moment is what the project's all been about, and hundreds of different people involved, and to actually be able to deliver it, although it doesn't look like we're there, within a few days, once we get the wheels on and we get the final details sorted, you're going to see a sort of magical transformation of what we got here. There's a lot of feedback from a lot of perennial sailors have had a glimpse of it, and the feedback we've got is pretty good. So I'm pretty proud of the way that the guys have worked so hard, and we've pulled together really well to step up to the challenge.
Well, as you've seen, this boat is just about finished. It might not look like it, but trust me, it is. And the next time I'm here, we'll be moving this boat out of the shed and putting her into the water. I've enjoyed my time with this boat immensely, and I hope you've enjoyed coming along on the journey as well. And if there's anything you feel that we've missed, or there's some other part of the boat that you'd like to see, please let us know via our Volvo Ocean Race Facebook page. So, from Volvo Ocean 65 boat number 1, and until next time, this is me signing off.